Tonight, congressional leaders are digesting new information about the controversial military strikes on alleged narco-terrorist smuggling vessels. Of particular concern is a follow-up strike on survivors of an initial attack we've heard so much about. Many lawmakers want video of that made public. Senior foreign policy correspondent and anchor Gillian Turner is at the State Department again tonight. Good evening, Gillian.
Good evening to you, Brett. This Gang of 8 briefing that just wrapped is meant to give senior officials an opportunity to iron out some of the thornier details surrounding those September 2nd boat strikes. It also comes as a chorus of Democratic lawmakers is really pressuring the president to release all of the footage.
Sure as heck, the videos themselves need to be seen, I believe, by the American public, but at the very least, by all members of Congress.
I didn't risk my life 27 months in combat to see our American values eviscerated like this, particularly by a guy in Donald Trump who dodged the draft 5 times.
President Trump confirms he has personally seen the video of the first and second strikes on September 2nd.
Do you believe that that second strike was necessary?
Well, it looked like they were trying to turn back over the boat, but I don't get involved in that. That's up to them. The admiral that did that is a highly respected, as you know, a highly respected man.
That account matches what Admiral Frank Bradley told lawmakers on Capitol Hill behind closed doors last week, that the 2 survivors of the initial strike were seen trying to recover their drug smuggling operation before they were taken out. After initially saying he wanted the video released in full, the president then reversed course, deferring that decision to the Secretary of War.
Whatever Hegseth wants to do is okay with me. I told you, whatever Pete Hegseth wants to do is okay with me.
Compounding pressure on senior officials as they face off against lawmakers today, a group of civil liberties advocates filed suit to compel the state, justice, and war departments to produce legal justification for the strikes. Quote, by claiming that these attacks are legal while refusing to provide any evidence or rationale, Trump shows once again his disdain for the rule of law. Now, the Secretary of War previously told Fox News that releasing the tapes unedited could compromise sources and methods that need to be protected, but he could soon face no other choice if Congress passes the National Defense Authorization Act over the coming days. Lawmakers from both sides inserted a provision that would essentially force the secretary to release the tapes, otherwise face some pretty steep budget cuts. Brett?
Gillian Turner, live at the State Department. Gillian, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.